cynicism. Yeah, not yeah. Words are just symbols for things that depend as much on the listener as the speaker for their meaning. And I haven't tested it, but I'm pretty sure that any word can substitute for any other word as long as the two people involved get it. So everything is a symbol for everything else. I don't know if that's useful information. I don't know if it's information at all. Shed my skin, diving in, I'm seeking the light. Hell, I know, I think I'd like to give heaven a try. We're all day long, we do the impossible wherever love is found. Miracles abound, and all we want is what we were born for. Let miracles abound. Wherever love is found. Walk the other mile, little salve and a genuine smile. Head to head, heart to heart, we go hand in hand, hand in hand. We're all day long, we do the impossible wherever love is found. Miracles abound, and all we want is what we were born for. Let miracles abound. Wherever love is, wherever love is found. Do the impossible wherever love is found. Miracles abound, and all we want is all we were born for. Let miracles abound. Wherever love is. Like we've done it again. It looks like we've done it again. It looks like we've done it again. Looks like we've done it. Looks like. Thank you. You're beautiful. Hi, everybody. Yes, I lost a tooth. I didn't lose it. I let them have it. I know right where it went. Well, they took it. I let them have it, but they took it. I notice it. I don't even have to smile to notice it. Oh, great. That makes things much simpler. I don't know what I'm going to play next. Was that a signal to wait? All right.
That was Sean Arington. You want to play a little bit more, or are we complete for now?
That is totally up to you.
How about a little bit more, seeing I forgot my headset and had to go run and get that.
Sure.
I need to recenter myself, okay?
Okay. What is love for? I haven't a clue. Why do we always fall into traps tender laid by puckish design, and everything else kind of goes. understand. But when you are near, lose all my wits, no thought is clear. I'm lost in your eyes of sugar and spice, and I just thought you ought to know. You here with me, a secret vignette, roses in bloom and baby's breath. Caught in a spell you can't help but weave, and I just thought you ought to know. We wear imaginary chains that drag us down to early graves, clip our own wings pretending we could never fly. Don't you want to fly? We wear imaginary chains that drag us down to early graves, clip our own wings pretending we could never fly. Don't you want to fly? Well, the devil may care while I'm here with you, 'cause there's nothing else I'd rather do than whistle a tune, bells ringing in June, and I just thought you ought to know. You should know, you should know, you should know, you should know. La 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 la.
Again, that was Sean Arington. We're so delighted you're with us on this Halloween Sunday, Sean. Yay! And welcome to everybody that's here. The energy is always wonderful when you're here in person. Not that you can't get some of that energy if you're watching online, but I'll just get a vote from the crowd. Is the energy really good in here today? Whoa! All right, yeah, okay. And some of us are dressed in Halloween things. My costume is of a person that went in Party City yesterday. That's what it is. And fell in love with this cobra person thing, emblem of ancient Egypt and all the powers. Everything from healing and protection to declaring sovereignty, which we can over our own selves and our lives, right? And I'm supposed to shut up about that now. And it also talks to you, so interesting. Let's begin with prayer, as we do with everything in Unity. Just turning within, taking some deep breaths and letting them go and allowing. We're not calling something in. We're not invoking spirit. We're evoking the spirit, this God self that is already within us. So take a breath, if you will, and center. Is there something on your heart that you're grateful for today? And breathe into that gratitude. For as we think about that which we love, that which we appreciate, it magnifies and it draws more of that good to us, or opens us up to that good that is everywhere all around us and within us. We are so thankful for another day in the body, another day to demonstrate love and well-being and graciousness and understanding, knowing that we can always come to deeper levels of understanding within ourselves and with each other. We see blessings on our planet and on our world. We see blessings on all our dear ones. And in a moment, just a quick moment of quiet, we say thank you to the infinite for something we are grateful for today. So it is. Namaste. Ashe. Amen. For our readings this morning, we have a reading of a Unity Nugget by Nita Matthews Morgan, followed by the reading of the Daily Word by David Matthews Morgan. Yes. No, I was going to say they're a pair, but okay. Well, watch out. You might get hit over the head with the reading by your wife. Okay, we'll have Nita come up first. It's on. Okay. Wobbly. Okay, thank you.
Good morning. Hello, yes. How are you today?
Great. Well,
Wow, yay! Woo!
I'm always happy when Sean is here. It's like, oh, it's just such a blend of beautiful lyrics, and I love the whistling and beautiful music. I mean, it's just so creative, and he's just full of new songs now. So thank you, Sean. It's always so good to see you. Now, I read this. This is from Mark Nepo. If you've not been aware of him, he's a wonderful poet, author, and teacher. This is from the Book of Awakening, having the life you want by being present to the life you have. I think I'm going to back up a little bit.
It's something in the wire.
A little hot? Okay. In reading this, I thought this is perfect for the timing of just the first full week coming up before the election. To direct the mind towards the basic unity of all things and to divert it from the seizing of differences. Therein lies bliss. And that's from, I'm going to pronounce it in the Spanish way because I don't know how else to do it, but Tejo Bindu Upanishad. The eye can see what we have in common or focus on what keeps us apart. And the heart can feel what joins us with everything or replay its many cuts. And the tongue can praise the wind or warn against the storm, can praise the sea or dread the flood. It's not that there are no differences. The world is made of infinite variety. Rather, it is the seizing of differences, the fearing of differences that keeps us from feeling grace. Paradoxically, everything in life touches the same center through its uniqueness. The way no two souls are the same, though every soul breathes the same air. When we fall into the illusion that one creation is better than another, we remove ourselves from the miracle of being and enter what the 6th century sage Song San called the mind's worst disease, the endless deciding between want and don't want, the endless war between for and against. So Mark Nepo has some suggestions to help us all get to that place where we're more present to the life we have. Light a candle and sit quietly before a window. Relax your heart and breathe deeply. Notice the many different things that come into view: trees, wind, clouds, the rattle of the window, people walking. Notice the candle and the quiet flame rising from it. Breathe calmly and imagine the same quiet flame rising within the heart of everything you see.
Leave it alone. The word for Sunday, today, October 23rd, is prosperity. With God as my source, I live abundantly. No matter how much I have in the bank, the kind of car I drive, or the house I live in, I know these things are mere manifestations of abundance. The source of all prosperity is God. I look beyond appearances to find a deeper meaning of prosperity. Meaningful work that I enjoy doing is part of my prosperity, not only because of what I earn, but also because of the satisfaction I feel when I use my skills. My house becomes a home when filled with people I love and care for. My financial resources don't diminish, but multiply when I share them generously. As I look beyond the good things in my life to the love, the creative insight, and the limitless flow of divine ideas that brought them into manifestation, I discover true abundance. And from Proverbs 8:18, riches and honors are with me, enduring wealth and prosperity.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. How many times am I going to say thank you? Thank you both, David and Nita. And talking about being, and love that Mark Nepo article, plus the Daily Word. But the for and the against, we go through that so much. And in these times of voting and, political distress and distress in a lot of places in the world, I would like to read the Prayer for Political Peace, which was written by our board president, our leadership team president, Michelle Brown, and with the help of our wonderful prayer chaplain, Martha Cook. Let us take a deep breath together into our hearts and feel our divine center, the seat of infinite source. As we center ourselves in the presence of the divine, we focus our attention on America, our home. We affirm Republicans, Democrats, Independents, and all people in between are willing to see the best in each other and desire to work together with open hearts and minds for the collective unity of all. We see all people acting with integrity, resolving conflicts peacefully. We see all people letting go of fear and picking up the mantle of faith and love. We see people waking up to their own divinity, and as they do, they see each other as aligned with their divine source. We affirm that all elected officials and leaders are willing to work together for the good of all people, regardless of political affiliation, race, gender, or creed. We are so grateful to feel the joy of knowing that our country's well-being, peace, and absolute highest good is manifesting now. Thank you, God. It is done, and so it is. Ashe. Amen. We thank Michelle Brown and Martha Cook for that beautiful reminder. And as we go to the polls and vote, and we're going to remind you, please go vote. Keep that in mind also. And we have some announcements. Yay! Yay! Announcements. I was busy sending some Halloween cards to my grandkiddos, and every year I find some jokes, some Halloween jokes to send along. So I've got just a few of them to share. Why is it bad luck to see a black cat? When you're a mouse. Why was Cinderella bad at football? You didn't probably know that. Because she had a pumpkin for a coach. Well, my grandkiddos laugh like crazy at these, okay? And the last one, I promise. How do you make a witch itch? Take away the W. Yay! David almost got it in time. You get a prize. It is a cinnamon whisk broom.
All right.
The other announcements. And this is from Isaiah 42:16. Isaiah wanted to make an announcement this morning. I will turn the darkness before them into light, the rough places into level ground. And Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore has an announcement also. Actually, he passed quite a few years ago, 1948, I believe. The past has no power. The highest expression of zeal, because he loved zeal. And he talked about zeal when he was 93, that he was going to jump up and do all the things to be done by him. The highest expression of zeal is an unflagging, fervent interest in knowing, speaking, and doing good. Other announcements. It's Halloween. Vote. Peggy has a Zoom class, Peggy Olson, and that is on selected Thursdays from 6:30 to 7:30 a.m., appropriately called Early Bird Class. And they have wonderful discussions on that. If you're interested in joining that, just send us an email at unityathens@gmail.com, and we will give you the connection information. On this Thursday, from 12:30 till 2 o'clock, we have an in-person book study group. It's going very well. Lots of wonderful discussion in that on the book by, it's called The Power of Decision by Raymond Charles Barker, and it's delightful and such great discussions we have there. We are collecting food for the Food Bank of Northeast Georgia, and we will be doing that right up until Thanksgiving, I think. So feel free to bring things in, and I will personally tote them over there, which isn't very far, and it's always a joy to go there and help people that are hungry. We have a special performance by the wonderful Dr. Arvin Scott, an amazing percussionist who's played here often, and he's performing in Winterville. Is it at the Civic Center?
It's called the Marigold Auditorium.
Marigold Auditorium.
It starts at 7:30, doors open at 7. Early bird tickets.
7:30, doors open at 7. And what day is that?
Tickets are $20.
Early bird, $20.
First 53, and then after that it's $25. It'll be $25 at the door.
25 at the door. And what date?
Saturday.
This Saturday, the 29th.
Starts at 7:30.
The Marigold Auditorium. I mean, that alone, doesn't that sound like something you want to be in? The Marigold.
Marigoldauditorium.com, and it'll give you everything you need under upcoming events.
Marigold Auditorium.
Marigoldauditorium.com.
Auditorium.com to get all .com, not com, C-A-L-M, C-O-M, to get all the details and to get your tickets too. Please support Dr. Scott. Yes, David.
10-second announcement.
I have to repeat it, so go slowly.
Okay. If you want to see me come break my neck in about a week and a half.
Hold that. If you want to see David break his neck in a week and a half, okay, I'm really
I'll
repeating.
see Jekyll and Hyde at the Morton Theater.
He's
November
performing
10th
in
through
Jekyll and Hyde at the Morton Theater,
13th. Correct. On November 10th through the 13th.
November 10 through the 13th.
And it's a great show. Come get tickets.
David's an amazing actor and performer, so I hope you'll go support that. And where can they find tickets?
If you go to mortontheater.com, you can buy tickets there.
mortontheater.com. You can get your tickets there. Okay. I think that is the end of announcements. Yay! Woo! It is time for meditation. So if you would, get comfortable. If you're at home, you might want to find a comfortable place to sit, however you're able to do that. You might want to put your feet flat on the floor and feel the energy of Mother Earth, that knowingness that you are so connected to all that is, to all the divine. Mr. Cobra, Ms. Cobra, you can go there, or they Cobra. So think of something pleasing to you. Think of joy. Think of something that just relaxes you as you breathe, focusing on the breath, taking it in and letting it go. Just breathing. Gently swish away anything that might be bothering you. Any concerns. Any sense of lack or limitation or loss or not enough. Any sense of discord. Just let that go, let it go, let it go, let it go. You get to choose your thoughts. You get to choose your most high thoughts. Relax into the peace that passeth understanding. Relax into an infinity of well-being. Breathe into wholeness and health. See yourself in the flow of life that includes love and abundance, loving kindness, prosperity, and an energy in which you exist that brings that which you want to you in beautiful ways. As we go deeper into the silence, allowing, just allowing light and love in that place of utmost peace. What gifts did you receive in the silence? Peace, a deeper understanding, and assuredness that indeed things are working out for you. We breathe, bringing ourselves back to the moment, perhaps with a sigh or a knowing. Expecting nudges, ideas, moments of grace. Fuller understanding of things from life coming to you in the day and days ahead. Opening your eyes when you're ready, allowing the light to come through, which is something we will talk about in just a bit. Sean Arington, would you do a song now? Can you do another song? Kind of take us from those moments of meditation to, oh.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Let's give Sean another round of applause.
Something will happen if I just stand here slack-jawed. Something will happen. I've been slack-jawed a time or two. Let's do something about love. I like that subject. Shall we float down the stream where catfish and crawdaddies dream? Little boys dig in the dirt, gathering worms of the earth. We'll climb through the magnolia trees, mansions of blossoms and leaves, conspire to live without fear, escape when the coast is all clear, where lost lovers sleep in the shade, bask in the love they have made, dance in the brief summer rain, singing a secret refrain. May our love become, may our love become, may our love become, may our love become a river and flood, a river and flood. Wade in the oncoming waves like pirates over sea captains' graves. Bury our treasure right here. Let none uninvited come near. Where cloud shapers see what they please, quietly fade in the breeze. for our lives in the sky, until we forget how to fly. Fall to the ocean below, dissolve in the waves as they grow. May our love become, 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 may our love be, may our love become, may our love be, may our love become, may our love be, may our love become a river and flow, a river and flow. May our love become, may our love become, may our love become, may our love be, may our love become a river and flood, a river and flood.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Thank you.
One announcement I didn't announce, we have refreshments here after the service today, so please, there's coffee in the kitchen, and there's all kinds of Halloween-type snacks on the back table, some healthy things and some sugary things, so please have some. I don't want to take them all home, but it's fine if you don't want to eat them. No one will force you. I've been thinking lots of things, and this week was kind of an interesting week for me, but something was really on my mind, heavy like, and I can't go into the details on that, but it was heavy. And I just couldn't put it aside. Do you ever have that? Where it's just, you got all these practices. You can go into meditation, you can play a happy song, which I have about 4 tracks of the happy song by Pharrell Williams on a CD in my car. Yes, I still play CDs. And that usually works, you know, just get happy. Grandkiddos love that one too. But I just couldn't seem to put it down. It just kept kind of at me. And I thought, it's like a smudged up window. You know, I just couldn't get through this thing to see light. And I was thinking that thought while I was standing in my kitchen and looking out the window that goes into my backyard, and noticed how smudged it was. So I said, aha, okay, here's something I can do in the physical, because I know things in the physical affect what we do in our psychological and our land of worry type things. So I thought, okay, I'll get the Windex and I'll get some paper towels and I'm going to clean off that window. And it was like my higher self told me, that's not enough. You have to clean off the inside of the window, and it's kind of up above the sink, and there's all kinds of crystals and pretty things on it. You have to take everything down. You have to clean off that glass. Then you have to go outside, and you have to clean out the outer glass. And I went, oh, that's where the Joro spiders have been living for the last 3 months. And it said, yes, you have to go and clean that off. And you also have to take out the entire window outside so you can clean off both sides of it. And I said, but that's kind of tricky sometimes. Well, isn't getting rid of our worried thoughts tricky sometimes. So I thought, okay, I can do that. I can hopefully get it back on again. So I cleaned off the inside, put all the crystals away, did some rearranging, and then went outside and looked at all those spider webs. And there was one spider that was still there, and I wished him away, or her, or it, and just started cleaning that side of the window too. And it felt good. It was piling up paper towels that went from white to black in a second. And I just kept washing and I kept cleaning it. And of course then I was kind of cleaning around the edges of it. But I got it all back and it looked really pretty. And then I looked around, and I think there are 2,045 leaves on my deck, at least at that point. I didn't want to count them all, even though it was tempting rather than actually blowing them away and cleaning it up. It felt easier to count them. So I okay, then I'm out on the deck, so now I'm going to blow away all these leaves. So I got the air blower, and I'm blowing away the leaves, and that was wonderful. And then I blew some more away, and then I looked in the backyard, and then I saw these tree branches that need to be hauled to the curb, and then I did some chopping of some weeds, and then I fixed the area where the deer and the squirrels and the chipmunks eat the bird seed, and occasionally birds come and eat it if there's any left, and the water pans where they can drink, and the chipmunk that hop in the water pan, and I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they can swim. But anyway, that felt really good. And then I thought, well, I've got the leaf blower out. I could go out in the front yard. So I went out in the front yard, and I blew leaves out there. And I did some other raking. And I filled up 2 of those big Lowe's bags, that have funny things on them, like, what did you do this Saturday? And I filled 2 of those up with pine straw. And then I cleaned off the mailbox. And this all took about 2 hours. But you know what? That smudged up feeling started going away about halfway through it. And by the time I was done, I was feeling really, really clear on so many things. And it all started with just one little dirty, smudged up window. But I let the light in. And it was a perfect analogy, metaphor for me for letting the light in. So I would ask you, if you're thinking of something that's feeling smudged up in your life, whether it's a worry or a concern or something you feel you just can't do anything about, to clean a window. Now, you can actually do the physical window, pick one at home and clean it off, spray it. Or it might just be a mental window. You might ask yourself, how am I looking at this thing? Just like our wonderful prayer for political peace that Martha and Michelle wrote. How am I looking at all this stuff out here? It's like what Nita read from Mark Nebo. Am I looking right and wrong? Am I looking bad guys and good folks? Or am I going to clean this window and come to these higher truths that we truly, truly know? When we do these things that we know make a difference, we empower ourselves in ways that we may have forgotten about. When we do things that clear up and bring in the light, sometimes it's intentional. I was very, very aware of what I was doing, and I think I had to take a nap for an hour after everything was done. But I was so aware, and I was aware of my energy. But it would have been just as easy for me to ignore the window, to go through the rest of my day, and just continue to worry, be concerned, find other things in the world that match my worry. Can't we do that sometimes? Like, oh, I'm having this bad thought about this. Oh, and then there's another one that just matches up to it. And before long, it's like, I was thinking like a Scrabble board that has magnets on it. And every little letter has a magnet, and they all start glumping together. And before long, we've got this mess of thoughts that don't make any words, really, that don't make any sense, or if they are making words, they're words like, oh, watch out for this, or ooh, that's not going right, or ooh, what are you doing with that person? Oh, what did that person say? What did this person do? What is happening in the world? And they're like that. Or they're like little sandbags of rice. You know, we see people out there using actually sandbags, not rice, to stop the waters coming. But little bags that just seem like the thoughts are this small, but we keep feeding them with water that is, and thoughts that are not healthy, and they start growing and clumping, and before long, it's like this massive thing that we can't break through. Again, clean the window. Clean the window. What is it we really want to see that's on the other side of that window? What are we blocking ourselves from by looking at life through smudges? Smudges of fear, smudges of doubt, smudges of not enoughness, smudges of awesomely bad worst case scenarios. And the news loves to give them to us, and that's what the news does. But it can be another smudged window instead of perfectly good scenarios, or focusing on things in our life that have gone so very seemingly wrong that turned out absolutely, incredibly wonderful or life-changing. Think about it today, if you will. The next time something comes into your mind, and maybe nothing will ever come into your mind again that isn't absolutely beautiful and positive, but just in case that something comes in that isn't absolutely beautiful and positive, think about taking a mental paper towel and maybe a little healthier environmentally squirt bottle than Windex. Not saying anything, it's not our sponsor, we don't have to worry about it. Just some nice vinegar water perhaps, and just cleaning that part of your mind that is stuck in those smudgy places. As we focus on letting the light in, our brains pause and we get a relief from all this stuff in life. If you don't have a window handy, just imagine a clear window pane in your mind. Picture yourself as you look at it, seeing it clear or magically. You know, Halloween's all about magic, right? This whole incredible week. And then going into gratitude month of Thanksgiving, just picturing it clearing by itself. Just clearing. And any worries or concerns or thoughts about the world or anything else, about a dear one, about loved ones, see it clearing. Feel the energy of that in here. Makes me want to go wash the windows. You can also use a view of nature. Walk in it. Focus on it. Put your feet in it. Someone asked you, what did Bronte talk about? Well, put your feet in things. That's what it was today. Remember mindfulness and busyness. Mindfulness and busyness. The many books I have on my bookshelf, the one on mindfulness, Kabat-Zinn, jumped out at me, just to remember to breathe in the moment, just to remember to be mindful, just to chant or play some music or be still. Because isn't that what it is all about? Be still and know that all is God the divine, the good, the amazing, the awesome. I hope this week, when things come up for you, if they do, and maybe they will and maybe they won't, that you're able to take a pause and clean that window or ask for divine enlightenment for whatever feels smudged up in your life. And that's a new phrase you can use. Oh man, that's smudged up. We are going to there's a song maybe, I don't know. Thanks, Sean. I'm thinking, okay, that would be a great song. Man, life is really smudged up. It's not. It's really clear when we get past the smudges. We are going to take a moment to bless our income here at Unity Athens. What an amazing spiritual center. And this is our 7th year, I believe, in this building, and my almost 18th year completed being here in Athens, Georgia. Wow, what a journey, and what a beautiful place we're in. I hope that people sustain it and support it. And we have a sacred exchange basket. I'm going to walk over there now and put my blessing in there, because I know that as I give, I receive. It is never, ever failing. It is complete and total. We have other baskets around the room. If somebody wants to get up or pass them, that's totally up to you. A speaker once said to Charles Fillmore, Unity's co-founder, he'd come for a meeting and they were talking, and the speaker said to Charles, well, if you so much believe in abundance and blessings and prosperity, then why do you pass a basket at all? Why don't you just leave one by the door? Why do you even ask for people to support you? And Charles Fillmore said, I don't think he got a little bit cross ever too much, but he said, excuse me, what we teach here is that as you give, you receive. So why should I ever stop the opportunity for somebody to give, knowing that it's going to come back to them multiplied abundantly? Thank you, Charles. We bless our offerings, holding the thought of abundance for this wonderful community. And Kevin, if you want to put up the blessing, sacred exchange, we call it, and just hold the thought of your abundance over your heart. Know that you are in the divine flow of everything good, of incredible prosperity, and that's just not always money. It's opportunities, it's ideas, it's ways of being that are even newer and better than everything you ever imagined before. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am so blessed. Thank you, your name for the divine, infinite spirit, all that is, and so it is. And there's children's voices coming through the lovely clear windows. We have one more song from you? Yes. You got another song, Sean?
I do.
And then we will close out with a final prayer when you're done.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to do the closing prayer, and then we'll have you finish with the music. How about that? Okay? So we will do our prayer of affirmation from James Dillard Freeman, the poet laureate of Unity. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you, God. And so it is. And thank you, everyone that's watching online. Please let us know you're here, and send us an email if you'd like to get a free booklet or more information. UnityAthens@gmail.com. Take it away, Sean Arington.
This is a Bob Dylan song that I'm going to interpret for you. Please forgive me. In another lifetime, one of toil and blood. When blackness was a virtue, the road was full of mud. I came in from the wilderness, a creature void of form. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. And if I pass this way again, you can rest assured I'll always do my best for her, on that I give my word. In a world of steel-eyed death and men who are fighting to be warm, come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Not a word was spoke between us, there was little risk involved. Everything up to that point had been left unresolved. Try imagining a place where all was safe and warm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. I was burned out from exhaustion, buried in the hail, poisoned in the bushes, and blown out on the trail, hunted like a crocodile, ravaged in the corn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Suddenly I turned around, she was standing there, with silver bracelets on her wrist and flowers in her hair. She walked up to me so gracefully and took my crown of thorns. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Now there's a wall between us, something there's been lost. I took too much for granted, I got my signals crossed, just to think that it all began on an uneventful morn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. The deputy walks on hard nails, the preacher rides a mount, but nothing really matters much, it's doom alone that counts. And the one-eyed undertaker, he blows a futile horn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. I've heard newborn babies wailing like a mourning dove, an old man with broken teeth, stranded without love. Do I understand your question, man? Is it hopeless and forlorn? Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. In a little hilltop village, they gambled for my clothes. I bargained for salvation and she gave me a lethal dose. I offered up my innocence, I got repaid with scorn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Country, but I'm bound to cross the line. Beauty walks a razor's edge, someday I'll make it mine. If I could only turn back the clock to when God and her were born. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
Wow, that was amazing. What a wonderful new song. Thank you so much.
Well, it's not new.
It's not new?
That's
Okay.
Bob Dylan's song.
Okay, it's a Bob Dylan song. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Universe, for Bob Dylan.
We have some little final gifts, and then Kevin's going to stop the live stream. Get a cinnamon whisk. All right. Yes. That's one per family there. Okay. Thank you. And Martha wins the prize. We didn't even know we had a prize of the yellow flowers that are up on the altar, and we'll get those in a bit. You are welcome, and thank you everyone for watching. And namaste. There's a little child hanging on the door. How cute is that? And thank you, and have a great day. Eat something, get some snacks. Thank you.